Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text number 11 onwards. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartamanu vartante manushyaha parth sarvashah. In text number 11, 12 and 13, Krishna clarifies three misconceptions prevalent in this world. So the first one is whether God is partial or impartial, and second one is if Krishna is the supreme, then why do people worship the devatas, the demigods? And number 3, sometimes people question that Gita promotes or talks about caste system, so that has been clarified. So text number 11 we just read, translation: as all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. So here Krishna is clearly clarifying that he is not partial to anyone, but he is a neutral personality. As we approach him, he rewards us accordingly. So if you want to approach him 5%, he will reciprocate 5%. If it is 50%, he will reciprocate 50%. And if we want him 100%, we have to put in that much effort, and we have to show him through our words and actions that we really want his intervention in our life 100%. People who want to remember him, he creates the most favorable situations around them so that they can never forget him. And people who want to stay away from him, who do not want him in their life, he will give them birth in such circumstances that they will have no access to him. So whether somebody is close to God, faithful to God, blessed by God, or is deprived of all these facilities, the reason is his own desires and actions that he has performed in the past. For example, if there is a prisoner inside the prison house and the government is sending food, government is sending some counselor to help him, but every time these types of help is sent, the person refuses. So what happens after some time? The prisoner has shown through his actions that he doesn't want any help, doesn't want any intervention. So now the government will stop sending it. So people who have no access to God, no knowledge of God, they have shown by their actions in the previous lifetimes that they don't want him in their life. So that's why they are put in such circumstances. So God is a neutral personality. Those who want his attention, affection, he gives them. For example, for those people who say he's partial, let us try to understand with this simple example. Suppose there is a father who has 4 children, and all 4 of them are playing in the courtyard. He's sitting on a chair and happily watching them play. So 2 of them suddenly leave their play and run up to him, and they want to sit on his lap. They want his attention, his affection, his love. So he comes forward and happily makes them sit on his lap. He showers his love upon them. And then there is an observer, a person standing by. He looks at this person and says, "Oh, you are being so partial. Huh? Why are you showering so much love on these 2 children? Those 2 other children are also your children. Why are you depriving them of your love?" So the father says, it's very simple. All 4 are equal to me, and all 4, I love all of them. But these 2 came forward seeking my attention, my love, and I'm reciprocating simply. And when those other two children also come, they will also receive the same. So then a person understands. So this is like God. Krishna is sitting, and anyone who wants to approach him for any kind of help, the Lord is more than willing, the Lord is more than happy. In fact, he is more eager to shower his grace upon us, to help us rise above the dualities of life, to help us remain happy or become happy in life. He wants to see us happy always. But thing is, we keep going through our struggles, but we don't turn to him. We don't show him by our actions and words that we want his intervention now, so that we can rise above all the problems that we are going through. So this is the essential message of all the scriptures. All we have to do, whatever situation of life we are in, simply turn to him, and he is right there. We have to show through our words and actions that we really want his grace in our life, that we really want him in our life. And it is shown on a regular basis by regularly chanting his names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By worshipping his beautiful deity form, or we call as Murti. You can have deities of Radha, Krishna, Lakshmi, Narayan, Sita Ram, Nrsimhadev, whichever attracts your heart. Regularly worship the deities by offering them some fruits, some flowers, some fragrance, some the best of the food like fruits, nuts, milk, or whatever you cook. That ideally that should be offered, and that can be accepted by the family as prasad. And then by listening to his words from the scriptures, from the devotees, associating with them. This way we are actually showing Krishna or God that we are serious about attaining his grace, and then he's more than happy to reciprocate. So therefore, God is not partial, he is reciprocal, he is reciprocative. He just reciprocates with our desire. Whatever desires we have, accordingly he will reciprocate. As we approach him, he rewards us accordingly. Text 12. Kangshatah karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devatah Shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get such results from fruitive work in this world. So here Krishna is clarifying that even though he is the supreme, then why people still go to the devatas, the demigods? Because their goal is only to eat, drink and be merry. They are only worried about fulfilling their material desires, their material necessities. God is not their goal. And these devatas, as we have already discussed in the 3rd chapter as well, they are powerful universal rulers in the universal government of the Lord, who are empowered to fulfill or supply the material necessities to the humans. And since humans are only interested in fulfilling their belly, their desires, filling their belly, having some enjoyment, and that's it, that's their goal. So they go wherever they think these things can be received. And that's why whatever our goal is in life, accordingly we move around, accordingly our thoughts and words and actions are molded. So this is the second misconception clarified. Even though Supreme Lord is there, but since he is not the goal is only fulfillment of material desires, and people understand, okay, devatas can do it. I want elevation to heavenly planets, I want good wife, good husband, good health, money, or remove some impediments from my path. So I can go and worship any one of these devatas because they are empowered. And once that is done, and I go my way, they go their way, and that's it. So it's like a business. With God, we don't do business. We serve him selflessly. But when we are apparently offering some service to the devatas, it's not service, it's business. I'll give you this puja, I'll do this worship for you, and you do this for me. And they are also not interested in our personal life. They get their share of strength from the rituals, the yagyas that we perform. And then in reciprocation, they give us desires that we have. if those rituals are performed properly. In Kali Yuga, nobody knows how to do it. So they will give us what we want. But in case of Krishna, he will give us what we need, like a loving father. For example, a child is suffering from typhoid. Now he wants to eat aloo parantha. Now if he eats solid food, he will die. The mother refuses to give because she is the well-wisher. The child might think, oh, she's my enemy. I don't like her. She's not giving what I want. But true love is that we give our beloved, the object of our love, what he or she needs rather than what he wants. What is good for the person in the long run, that should be given. That is love, that is affection. Text number 13. Chatur varnyam maya shrishtam guna karma vibhagashah tasya kartaram apimam vidhiya kartaram avyayam. According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. So Krishna is saying it is him who has created the four divisions of human society: Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Now some people think it's a caste system. Why did God do like this? They misunderstand. No, this is not known as caste system. This is known as Varanashrama system. The society is divided into 4 Varanas and 4 Ashramas, 4 social divisions and 4 spiritual divisions. Social divisions are Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. And spiritual divisions are Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasi. So Krishna is clearly mentioning here, these divisions are based on guna and karma, qualities and activities, not based on birth. So this Varnashrama system is actually a manifestation of the Supreme Lord's unlimited compassion to give everybody an opportunity to evolve in life towards the highest perfectional stage. How? Let's understand. We perform certain activities, we cultivate some type of consciousness. So the Lord has made a system within the universe, or according to whatever suits our consciousness, our karmas the best, He gives us birth in the next life. So understanding our consciousness, that imagine a company where there are 100 employees who have been selected and to work for the company, but none of them have any division of their duties. None of them know what needs to be done. There would be chaos. So similarly, if people just keep taking birth according to their past karma in this human society, but they don't know what to do, there would be chaos. So the Lord, understanding their inclinations, their proclivities, their consciousness, He forms these 4 divisions in society, and according to what will suit them the most, He gives them birth in some Brahman family or Kshatriya or Vaishya or Shudra family. What would suit them according to their nature, according to their inclination, and help them evolve. And after creating these 4 divisions, He has also defined the duties of 4 divisions. And if all the 4 do their respective duties nicely, all of them will evolve equally. So this is the mercy of the Lord. One is born as a Brahmana or a Kshatriya or a Vaishya or Shudra according to his own past karmas, but the Lord says, forget it, don't worry. I will give you a duty to perform. The duties of Brahmanas are different from those of Kshatriyas or Vaishyas or Shudras. All have their respective duties and all are defined by the Lord, seeing their capacities. And if all of them do their duties properly, all of them will have an equal opportunity to advance in life and to move towards the ultimate goal of human life, to achieve perfection in spiritual life, to achieve God realization. And these duties are defined in such a way that the person engaging in them, whether he's a Brahmana or a Kshatriya or Vaishya or a Shudra, that along with getting their material necessities fulfilled, they will also advance spiritually, because that's what makes us human. So Krishna is acting like a teacher who has four types of students in his class. The teacher, there is one very intelligent student, he says, all right, now he has to appear in the exam, he will write and accordingly he'll get marks. Second student comes, sir, I have not read fully, I have not studied fully. Teacher says, okay, whatever you have studied, from that you write. Third student comes, he says, I have not studied at all. So the teacher says, no, okay, don't worry, you write whatever comes to your mind. And the fourth student comes, he says, sir, I don't even know how to write. He says, don't worry, you just come and sit in the examination hall. And if you all follow my instructions, all of you will get marks. That is the magnanimity of the teacher, even though the students are not equally qualified according to their past. So similarly, this is not caste system. Human society has degenerated and demeaned this system, and people started calling it caste system because there was some degradation, and then people who were in the higher classes, so-called higher classes, they became very proud with the passage of Kali Yuga, and they started mistreating those who were born in other classes. So that is a mistake by the humans, but God has not created the system to be like that. When people misunderstand the goal and the spirit of this system, this is what happens. It creates chaos. So it is not a system of discrimination. It is a system of compassion to give every human being an equal opportunity to evolve towards the highest purpose of human life, and without being, you can say, limited by the past. So this is what Krishna is all about, always kind. Text 14 mein he explains that even though Krishna says in 13 verse that even though he has created this system, but he is not a part of this system, he is above the system, he is not bound by this system. Text 14 and 15. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spriha iti mam yo abhijanati karma bhir nasa badhyate. There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. So whether we are working as a Brahmana or a Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, the duties will have some reaction, some implication. But Krishna says, I don't have to get bound by any kind of reactionary work, because I am above all of it. My position is special, divine, and anybody who can understand this truth about me also does not get entangled by the reactions of his work. That means he also advances towards liberation. This Krishna has already spoken in the 9th verse also, where he says, my activities and my appearance in this world is divine and not mundane. Anybody who can understand the truth about me will not have to take any more birth. So this is so simple. Simply by regularly hearing from scriptures like Gita and Bhagavatam and understanding the truth behind the Lord's Leelas from the devotees, we are liberated. So simple. Liberation, something which is not given to the greatest yogis also after lifetimes of austerities, is easily given to those who give their valuable time to hear about the Lord from Gita, Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, like that. It is such a simple yet the most powerful activity. And now Krishna, just to verify and substantiate what he is saying, Evam gyatva kritam karma purve rapi mumukshubhihi kuru karmeva tasmatvam purvehe purvataram kritam. All the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore you should perform your duty following in their footsteps, understanding the truth behind what I have created, the purpose of this universe which I have just explained. Many liberated souls in the past have acted and perfected their life. So therefore you should also understand who I am. I am giving you these orders. So don't worry about sinful reactions. Don't worry about implications. Know that I am not a mundane personality, and I am the one of transcendental nature. I am beyond the mundane platform. So therefore you should simply do your duty following in their footsteps, who just executed my will. whether they were Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, or Vaishyas, or Shudras. Simply by performing their prescribed duty, they attain perfection. Therefore, you also, as a Kshatriya, can attain perfection if you perform your prescribed duty according to my will. So, to summarize, Krishna explains how he is not partial but he is reciprocal. He rewards everyone according to their desire, whatever they want. Secondly, why don't people worship him? If he is the supreme, why do they go to devatas? Because people don't care for him. They just want their material desires to be fulfilled. They are on a very low level of evolution, and since they know devatas will do it, so they go to them. And number 3, there's no caste system discussed in the Gita. It is varnashram system. This is a system devised by the Lord to give every living entity an equal opportunity to evolve in life, irrespective of their past. And even though Krishna has made this system, he is not affected by any of it. And if we can simply understand this transcendental position of Krishna, we will also not get implicated in the laws of karma and will proceed towards liberation. Simply by this understanding. Hare Krishna.